Hello, you're watching Dukascopy TV and I'm Natalie MacDonald. Joining us in the studio now is Daniel Bardini, COO of Ambit Private Banking. Daniel, thank you very much for coming in today.
Oh, thank you very much for having me here.
Now, in a year which has seen a lot of external pressures on the financial industry, what for you have been the emerging trends within the wealth management industry?
The continuous flow of new regulations has increased the pressure on financial institutions dealing with the high net worth individual to improve the way they manage this population, to carefully select the type of product and services they can propose, and to classify them according to regulatory reporting criteria. This is quite a change from the previous way of classifying clients, more in line with their risk appetite, for example, or their performance objectives. So to bridge the gap between the current situation and this newly forced and imposed standard, banks are focusing their investment capacity and resources in client data management functions. Okay, and I would say that it's not only a matter of aligning to the new regulations, it's also a matter of survival. As we've seen lately, how banks can get into trouble, and very serious trouble, if they fail to report properly on their client base. I'd like to conclude on this item by saying that this new trend is not going to disappear. It's going to grow bigger and bigger as states and governments are increasing their cooperation on this matter.
So as we enter then the recovery phase of this economic crisis, are you noticing a change in your client profile then and client demands almost?
Our clients are principally private banks, not really aligned to the general economy cycle, but very, very sensitive to the financial crisis, far from being over or being fully digested. This financial crisis has forced governments to rescue their financial ecosystems by pouring billions in the system, bringing them to the edge of bankruptcy. The direct consequence has been the cycle of increased taxation across the various countries, and also the hunt of undeclared wealth among the various offshore places around the world. This international and more synchronized pressure coming from Western countries has created the right context for the banking secrecy to be wiped away, and is creating quite a new turmoil as we enter into a new era of automatic exchange of information between countries. Our private banks are reacting to this new context by adapting their services and I would say their way of serving the high net worth individual by bringing them to a new status, the status of being tax compliant, in the hope to be able to retain them in the new context without having the banking secrecy protective law. Quite a change from the previous set of skills that banks used to develop, focusing principally on the way you manage the wealth. Today, to service rich clients, you need new skills, new tools, you need new approach, and this is creating new opportunities for IT service providers like SunGard.
Now, Daniel, your expertise falls within the role of financial IT. Talk us through the growing prominence of IT tools within this industry.
As the need of high net worth individuals evolve under the pressure of these new regulations, banks are focusing their investment capacity in tools allowing them to develop a 360-degree view on their clients, their assets, their legal reporting context, and the framework of product and services they can propose. These tools, combined with taxation reporting systems, represent the bulk of investment currently the financial industry is heading for. Once this new wave of regulation is absorbed and digested, the bank will shift their investment towards front-end tools that will allow to create more interaction between their relationship managers and their clients. And this, of course, with the objective to increase the revenue by client and also to create the right context for client acquisition and client retention.
So looking ahead then, how do you see private banks repositioning IT services within their business strategy in order to capture this new generation of customer?
Well, going forward, I would like to say that banks will tend to rationalize their commodity services like back office operations, payment services, and focus their attention into the front-end tools that will allow them to interact more efficiently with their clients. The aim of these front-end tools will be to facilitate client retention and to facilitate client acquisition. It is definitely at this level that banks will differentiate among themselves and will be able to capture as much business as possible from their existing clients or from new clients. Among the new tools, we will see the emergence of dedicated banking CRMs and also the emergence and the generalization, I would say, of online services for high net worth individuals via internet or smartphones. It is today already the case in Asia, and it will become more and more the case here in Europe.
Daniel, thank you so much for coming in. It was a pleasure to receive your insight.
Thank you very much for having me here today.
That's all we've got time for right now, but don't go away. We'll be back with plenty more exclusive interviews for you. Goodbye for now.